All right. I found this audio tape. It was my mom and older sister talking about their experience traveling. For our final, we had to come up with a performance. I scanned in a lot of my family candids of myself and my family growing up in Vietnam. I played the tape, and I'm essentially looking at this like homemade slideshow that I'm making in the dark. So as the tape's playing in Vietnamese, I translate it. Tell him good morning, grandfather. Do you want to go back to Vietnam? She says yes, but mom is saying, how can we do that? But it's on the spot, right? And it's just a lot of crying. And I think from there, I was like, this is what I want to make. I think this is what it is. But how can I make the work, because I wasn't a performance artist, you know, like, how can I flatten this work? It's more so I was just curious about the timeline, like what was the narrative. My parents still live in San Diego, so every so often I'd go and visit, and I just go and into their cabinets and drawers and storage and just look at photos. My dad was a photographer in Vietnam, a portrait photographer. That's why I have such a big archive. But also, like, he brought in that love for photography when he came to San Diego, and there's just like so much 35mm film of us, which is grand. My mom would see the work and she wouldn't understand the work, especially for like images where there are other aspects of a second image covering a face. Her response would be like, why would you ruin a completely good photo? And I would explain, well, I'm making something and I'm like talking about a specific narrative. And she goes, but why would you want to talk about that? So sad. Why would anyone want to listen to this? And I go, well, Mom, you know, we're in a different generation and like, we're really curious and we have the luxury to be curious. So thank you for giving us this luxury. My dad, his thoughts on the work are technical. That's a bit too dark. I think that portrait's too dark. You should make a lighter portrait. The light's not even. They feel like it's not important to talk about, and like, why would other people want to see the work? Why would this be shown in a museum? And I feel like it's my duty to like give them this message of, well, we're in a like new space. And again, if I don't talk about this, no one's gonna talk about it. I think that's how a lot of the work formed, is just asking myself like, well, how did I become an American? Or why? If the Vietnam War didn't happen, I have all of these scenarios of like, where would we be, right? Would there be pho in the United States? I feel energized in LA, and I feel like depending on my mood, it activates the work. There's a lot of work to be done. I feel like I have a duty to make this work.